everybody. It's your girl, T. Marie, and you are in another conversation with Katrina Marie for Love and Lifestyle Magazine. And let me tell you something. This time I get to sit with an old friend of mine. Now, not old in age, just kind of, guys, welcome everybody in the VIP studios. It's a secret location. Can't tell y'all where it is yet. This is designer extraordinaire, KL Allen. Hi, KL.
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you.
It's a pleasure. I know I had a little...
KL went off on me today, okay? I just want y'all to know. And it's okay. It's okay. The good thing about it is I love him and I understood. But KL was like, look, don't play with... Basically, what he said was, don't play with my time. Okay. Don't play with my time.
No, here's the thing.
Here it is.
Not you personally, but I do have, okay, so I want to say this. I do have like very bad anxieties. I've developed them. Atlanta made me have anxieties. So like when something happens, it could be something small, a piece of paper ball, or somebody said, I got to change the wording on your flight. I will have a full meltdown because like I'm a perfectionist. So I'm at a level of my career where I'm like, okay, am I gonna get stood up? Is it gonna get canceled? But I know Katrina has been trying to get this interview with me for a long time, and she's so booked and busy. And you know, she's doing hair short.
Liz is still doing hair. They will not let me stop doing hair. I don't understand. I got a million things that I do, and I'm still behind the chair with somebody.
Keep your hair like that. You see it all the time. They gonna want you to do theirs too. I'm just saying.
Well, today, KL said, don't play with my time. I said, KL, I'm not playing with your time. I told KL, I said, you hurt my feelings, but you know what? The love is there, the understanding is there, and I thank you. So now we're here to have this conversation, and I wanted to talk to you because, first of all, thank you for allowing me to honor you at my men's honors brunch. It was such a pleasure. You looked amazing. You presented amazing, and I just really appreciate who you are. So thank you for allowing me to honor you.
Well, thank you for honoring me. Honestly, it's been like a long time coming for somebody to do it, because I was like, hey.
Ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
But I will say your lineup of people, the men that you were honoring, oh my God, it was like amazing. So to hear some of their stories and like their come up and to be honored with them, I truly I thank you. You honored me with people who are really like doing the thing.
But you deserve to be in the room, KL. You deserve to be in the room, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. And it was because I know you deserve to be in the room with that caliber was really the reason why I wanted to honor you. So now let's talk about who you are, how long you've been doing this, what your journey has been like. Let's just start there.
So I have been really like drawing and sketching since I could pick up a pencil. And like growing up, you know, my mother, she taught me how to sketch and draw fashion figures because she wanted to be a model. Then my grandmother, she taught me how to sew. She would like have us sitting down doing a little quilting and all that type of stuff. But I'm kind of surpassed, you know, sitting behind the sewing machine. I have like a team now, but I am the creative director of not creative director, head designer. I actually have a creative director, but I'm like the head designer of the collection. So I'm like doing the most. And like every collection you see, I really want to put this out there. Every collection that you see me put out, I literally go crazy. I literally be wanting to commit suicide and all kinds of stuff. I be going through the emotions because as a designer, you always want to top your last work.
Yeah.
So it's been a journey for me. Like, you remember, I started with your sister.
Yes.
She was my first client.
Yes.
Actually found me on Craigslist because I was on Craigslist back in the day, like, hey, trying to get it.
Right.
And she took me to, I think it was No, it was one of them Maggiano's.
Probably Maggiano, because that was her favorite. Now, Maggiano is her favorite place, I'm telling you.
Yes, it was the one that, it was in Dunwoody.
Yep.
It was the Perimeter Mall.
Yep, the one in Perimeter.
And I was like, at the time, like, I'm like this 20-something-year-old in Atlanta. I ain't got too much coin, so I'm getting introduced to a whole new world, a whole new lifestyle. And I'm like, oh, we at Maggiano's now. Don't try to shade me now, because back in the day, Maggiano's was all that. So don't try to act like.
Why you playing it
Noble
still?
Stop playing. Maggiano was our Noble.
Yeah, right.
Well, it was
correct.
Mine at the time. But she really put me on, like, I think I found out through her they had like private ballrooms.
Mm-hmm. They do. And that was her place to do events. Like, that's just her place to just enjoy life. That when she wanted to turn up, Maggiano's was the place to turn up. And back then, Maggiano's was the place to turn up. It really, really was. And you've been doing this for a long time. And Kale, I have watched you go from level to level to level to level, and just continue to outdo yourself every time. You have your line on Sheen. Now you've been on every runway across not only the United States, but also abroad internationally. And you got to be like comfortable yet, or have you gotten comfortable yet with being that guy?
Well, no. So my biggest thing, I will say, I have imposter syndrome. I know that sounds super crazy, but like somebody can actually show me, they could say, I handpicked you, I did all this and that, and I still would not think that it's valid. I also have a lot of haters. And that has a lot to do with it. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of social media bullying, a lot of social media scrutiny. I think when I did the Sheen Awards, I'm going to mention this because it's an interview.
Well, let's talk about it. That's right.
I did the Sheen Awards. I had the pleasure of meeting Billy Porter.
Yes.
He absolutely loved my work. And I took a picture with him. He gave me some kind words and everything. And what's so funny is that some little troll, I know who it was, left a comment on one of my model's pages like, be careful of snakes and shapeshifters that are not relevant in the industry. Now, I'm sitting right there with Billy Porter in the 10th annual Sheen Awards with celebrities, childhood celebrities, people that I used to grow up listening to their music, especially when I came to Atlanta, Young Jock.
Right.
Other people that are in the building that are in the industry. Sheen Magazine Awards at the Buckhead Theater.
And you're presenting your line.
And I'm the headline.
That's right.
Opening the show, but I'm not in the industry. So a lot of that, I actually thought, like, it started to, like, a mess with me. So last year, I would say around August or so, I kind of had this, like, breakdown because I was trying to be this tough guy and trying to go through the industry like that don't hurt my feelings, that don't matter, I'm unbothered, da 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 da. It all came like crashing down. And so I took time. I went to therapy. I faced old traumas and old triggers. So I'm a process. So like today, when we had a little tiff, the old me would have been cussing and all this and that. It wasn't even a tiff because Katrina was like, I'm going to make it happen. And I was like, thank you. And I was like, oh, no, I hurt her feelings. So, like, now I have feelings. It's like I can feel.
You can feel now.
I can feel now. I could not feel. But to answer your question, now, honestly, wholeheartedly, it's starting to sink in that, oh, God, you're really on the way to being a Black international fashion house. I want to be a haute couture.
You're not even on the way, Kale. You're there. And you need to be able to accept that and don't worry about what people are saying. Because let me tell you something. We're in Atlanta. I've been in this industry a long time, too. I've made my mark in a lot of ways in this industry. And people, it doesn't matter. It seems to be like in your own hometown, you never get the love that you deserve. You have to go away. And that's just how it is. Unfortunately, you're not appreciated where you are. So you don't even, I've learned that Atlanta may not, and it's okay, be my audience.
It's, you know what?
And that's okay.
And I learned
And that's okay.
And I learned that the hard way. I said, you know what? I love Atlanta. Atlanta made me who I am.
Yeah.
The clawing and all of that. And because the fashion industry, baby, they claw. They
do.
They claw. And in that, it did make me stronger. Yeah. And in my journey, now I'm like, you know what? My next show, I'm going to Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I'm going for everything that I know. I am going to build my audience, the audience that I know truly loves my fashion. And they could be from anywhere. But what I'm saying is, don't put yourself just in one space.
Yeah, that's right.
Put yourself in a box.
Okay.
So I know some of you all love to be a big fish in a little pond, and that makes your life complete. However, get out the pond, baby. It's lakes and oceans.
Exactly. That's the
Get out the pond.
And that's the thing. People are so used to being just in a pond in that situation, and they think that that's the most relevant situation. But once you've been in lakes, rivers, oceans and all those things, you realize that pond, you've outgrown it, and you no longer listen to those little fish. Now you listen to the seal. Now you listen to the sharks. Now you listen to the big dogs who are actually giving you real competition and swimming along with you, letting people know that you too are a shark. So you don't even have to entertain the little fish anymore.
I see.
They're irrelevant.
I love this girl.
They're
She's
irrelevant.
dropping jewels. Let me tell you, baby, I'm a shark.
You're a shark.
I'm a shark. Let me look. I'm a shark. If you don't know it by name, KL Allen is a shark. And I ain't talking about I just run up on people and eat them up.
Right.
I'm a shark in business.
I'm
going to get it by any means necessary. I don't care.
And you've done it.
I'm going to get it.
You've done it. In film, not only just fashion, film. Like, KL, you have to give yourself more credit. You have to give yourself more credit than
my little Facebook post about the film the other day.
I did not.
I ventured into reality TV independently.
Right.
My videographer just looked at me with this crazy look because he knows now it's he the stuff he's filming now. He's like, ain't no drama, ain't no drama. It ain't gonna be. I don't want to do. No. Let me tell you, Ratchet reality TV. I was doing that for about 5 years while doing my fashion brand. And I learned a lot, but what I learned is that in that space, in reality TV space, which we're going to touch on that, because I'm inviting her to my podcast to interview her. But in that space, it's a lot of trauma.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of people that are clawing their way to get to the top, so they'll do anything. Like people, I see people now, even on these bigger shows, they're just airing their friends' business out, airing. Who want to do that? I don't want to sit next to you on a show and air you out.
Yeah.
And I think you remember.
Yeah, I do.
A few people we know that were on the show.
Yeah.
And we deal with mutual people. And we were all good. The show happened and we were not good.
And that's what it does. That's what reality TV does. It really does separate you. And it's, it's entertainment for others at the expense of your feelings and at the expense of your talents, at your expense, period. And so you have to start to decide that I'm no longer entertaining people at my expense.
Correct.
And you can get good content without, making people have to go through these types of traumas just to entertain. It's like tap dancing with watermelon and a piece of chicken. Like literally entertaining, that's exactly what it is. And we're not doing that anymore. No. Growth shows us that you can entertain people and educate and empower people and also have viewers at the same time.
I just want to be like, I want to do my talent, which is a fashion designer.
Yep.
I'm also a writer.
Yep.
I also create, produce series. And I want to fuse those together. My shows will have fashionable people. My fashion shows and fashion commercials will be short films. Mm-hmm. So I'm fusing those together. I'm fusing my worlds together, but in a way, in a positive and in a spiritual way. I'm on a spiritual journey. Everybody loves to say they're on a spiritual journey, but have you taken the steps to be on a spiritual journey?
Right.
Are you manifesting? Are you going to, going to therapy? Yeah. Are you reading up on the word and just having positive mindset in everything that you do? Like, I feel like once you shed negativity and get away from all of the BS, you can be a great individual in life. And that's what I'm doing with my fashion brand, my film company. I'm thriving. And just to kind of reiterate it again, like, and when I came in earlier, I said I had anxieties, I had depression, all of those things. I didn't know that, we deal with mental health. I was so strong for a long time, but I will say it has made me the person who I am today. It has definitely refined my fashion because, I'm futuristic. A lot of the stuff that people are doing now is futuristic. Yeah. And I started that years ago.
You did.
I did. I really did. I really was futuristic. Now I'm going for the luxury, adding in the futuristic elements still, but more luxe, more haute couture. Like, that's what I want to do as a fashion brand.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Let's talk about what this next line is going to look like and what we can expect.
So my next line is going to really be a real haute couture line. So a haute couture collection. Well, first in France, you have to have a little shop.
Mm-hmm.
Which
you did it. You got it.
And you have to have like 15 employees working.
Okay.
We're working.
Okay. Minor details. Not the
You know,
TikToks.
models and things.
Okay,
You can get them corrupt. But I will tell you exclusively, I've been talking to the people, the committee over there at HCM.
You better let the people know about it.
Where Gucci and Versace and Louis Vuitton and all of those
Other people.
are a part of that membership. I actually got called upon. I was supposed to submit last year, but scary ass. I got on the phone with that lady. She's like, "You got to have this." What you do? But I was like, I ain't done. I gotta really go in on this collection if I want to really like impact Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I need a whole couture. Like you ain't nothing you never seen before. So it's gonna still like the collection that I did for spring summer 25 is called Royal Key. It's based on like this like black royal families or whatever. So it's black royalty and all of the things. However, it's gonna be an extension of that line, but it's gonna be more detailing. Just expect the unexpected from me. Expect something you've never seen from me before.
I can't wait. KL. So on the runway, we're not, we're starting to see, and not even on the runway. I'm sorry, we're starting to see more women my size outside. Have you styled or beginning to style or think about the woman my size when it comes to your collection?
So back in the day when I was designing, I used to always have like a every kind of model or plus size model, whatever. You're not plus size, but you know what I'm saying.
I'm thick.
But I've always had every kind of size. Once I started moving into couture, they kind of took me out of the size range and just was like, no, you're a sample size model. So it's not that I don't design for plus size. I design for every size. They really need these bigger sizes. So, we've been talking about that. We've been talking about it. Come on, let's get bigger sizes. But because of like the couture designs, they make them in a certain size range. So if I need to do plus size, I have to specifically state this piece has to be plus size, which I'm working on. Okay. So my next collection with Shein, I'll have plus size.
I love that.
In there. Or thick size, not plus size, thick size. Cause
at least I can have a skirt or something. I've been looking at. There's a piece back here that I'm looking at, and I really want to take a picture. I really want my next photo shoot to this one.
That Billy Porter was like,
I love that.
That's from my spring summer.
I don't know. I'm a wrap tight. I don't know how I'm gonna get in there, but y'all have to get in there. We're going to get in there.
Get you a custom one because I have some custom boots I'm going to give her. So we'll give me custom.
So what's next for Kel outside of you being on the runway internationally and then, having your whole line out there at the Shein, I can't think of Shein Awards. Yes. And then what's next? Like, what is next for you?
So you're sitting in this space now. Let me kind of get myself together. I've had this space for 4 years, basically, and in this space, I used to do a lot of production stuff, and I would actually meet clients over here every now and again to do fittings and all of that. So it's kind of been like a private VIP access. When you went, the windows was blacked out. You couldn't really see unless the lights were on. It's blacked out because I ain't want nobody to know what's going on. This VIP access, you come here to get a piece, it's exclusive. Now I'm looking to actually renovate the whole entire space once, the budget comes in, because the budget right now.
The budget's got to be budgeted.
We're doing it a little bit.
Okay.
But I plan to renovate it, and I plan on making it a boutique / showroom / content creator space as well. Nice. So like I'll have like photo stuff in here, podcast stuff in here, a recording studio in my office. It depends on who I trust to be the engineer and all that. But it's gonna be a one-stop shop. I know it's a lot of people in Atlanta that think they're the gatekeepers of fashion, but they're not. So shots are thrown. But you don't know this but there are people that gatekeep stuff like this. You're supposed to check in with them if you're gonna do stuff like this.
Listen, it's Atlanta. That's a whole nother show. Okay, that's a whole nother conversation, a whole nother show.
It's love.
That's a whole nother show.
I'm just speaking in general, like to people that don't be afraid to step out and do what you want to do. There's a lot of gatekeepers in the fashion industry, but like I said, my space is going to be up and running, and I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. This is just something I want to do for me. So that's next for me. That's my big project, and then Paris Fashion Week, and it's going down, guaranteed.
And what's the last question? What is three wish lists for 2025?
Millionaire.
Okay.
Billionaire.
Okay.
Trillionaire.
Enough said. Kim, thank you so much for sitting with me right here on Conversations with Katrina Marie on Love and Lifestyle Magazine. Of course, you're going to be featured in our next issue with our men's issue. I can't wait for them to see your picture and your spread in that. And you guys just keep it locked because KL has so many things coming, and I think he's going to fit me in an outfit for my next photo shoot. We're going to see, okay? We're going to see. But until then, tell people where they can find you.
So let me give you all the socials.
Let
me start with the website first, because I'm going to need y'all to start buying some stuff. www.perfectpopulation.com. There's some stuff on there now. So go ahead and get you a look or whatever you need to get. And then if you want to follow the brand on Instagram, it's Perfect Population by KL Allen. Same name on Facebook. And then if you want to be nosy to see what I'm up to, which my page is going to be just nothing but me in outfits and stuff like that.
Oh, I love that.
KL Extraordinaire. Now, I'm wiping the page clean. I'm about to start over because I got some new looks that I'm doing. So every now and again, I erase some of my stuff and I start fresh. So KL Extraordinaire. And then for my TV network, my app that I had, but I'm rebranding because I ain't doing Ratchet TV no more, is OMS Television on Instagram. And you will see a lot of positive content, a lot of behind the scenes. We have a show coming out. It's called Hotlanta. It showcases different professionals in the industry. It doesn't, if you're looking for like fights and all that, don't plan on it. If you're looking for behind the scenes of what actually goes on in the fashion industry and what we deal with, then that'll be the show for you.
I'm excited.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud to call you a friend, and I'm very proud to be able to be in your space to watch you continue to grow. KL, I have seen you just thrive into amazing spaces, and I just want you to know that you are more than what you see for yourself. And the reason why things attack you is because they see that you are more as well. So you just continue to keep moving and pushing because you're already there. You're already there. So I'm just happy to be in your presence, to be your friend, and however we can do or whatever I can do, you know I got you. And Love and Lifestyle is your space. So whenever you want us for whatever, you got it.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to say I appreciate you. I see your growth. I love what you're doing with this. You have a lot of amazing supporters that love you down. And I know you like to maybe think that people don't, but they really do.
I be celebrating like, child, where they at?
Yeah. And we're going to continue to support each other until we're all the way to the top, to where we're toasting on vacation and we don't have to, our phones is just money.
That's all we're hearing is ding, 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 ding. You guys, thank you so much for joining us for the conversation with Katrina Marie on Love and Lifestyle Magazines. Make sure you follow, check out, support KL Allen. He is the fashion industry's best coming up, been there, done that type of designer, and you don't want to miss what he has coming up. So check him out on all platforms. We thank you, KL. We can't wait to see you on the next episode of What's Big, Bad, and Better. And we will be watching for all your shows. So you guys keep it locked. It's KL Allen. We're in the VIP room, and we're going to continue to rock out with KL.